slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. It's good to see you all in chat. Today is Thursday, March 28th, 2024. It is 6:13 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all for joining me. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's good to see you all. Sorry, I was a little late. I was making dinner, finishing dinner, and you got to do what you got to do, right? So, thank you all for waiting on me. I really do appreciate it so very much. So very much. Got a lot to talk about. Riley Strain. We're going to be talking about Riley Strain. We're going to be talking about Elijah Vu. Briefly, there's a presser that came out just a little bit ago, and we are going to be talking about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, whatever you want to call him. He's changed his name so much. He is in the news big time. This could be, dare we say, bigger than Epstein. We don't know. But a lot is coming out. That is for sure. Just a little bit ago, P. Diddy's his DRUG mule was arrested. Yeah, just call him gross. Yeah, exactly. So there is that as well. First, we're going to talk about Riley Strain. Oh, you're welcome, single mom. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's talk about Riley Strain. His preliminary autopsy came out yesterday while we were live. And on that, there is some quite the discoveries when it comes to what they have already told us. And let me pull this up so we can talk about it. All right.
On the show again.
Credit goes to News Nation. And there we go. Credit goes to News Nation. We give them credit. Link is in the description. Let's chop this up and see what they have to say. Oops, wrong one. Wrong one here. There we go. Trying to get that thing off my forehead. Chris, thank you for 3 months, my dear. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Thank you all so much. Couple things. Y'all have been so good to me, and I just have the best people ever. Um, when I lost monetization on my Justin for All, um, hopefully it'll be back at the end of May. They gave me a 90-day suspension for 2 seconds, 2 seconds of a clip, but nonetheless, I just wanted to say thank you all. You guys have been so generous, so good, so kind, so supportive, and I can't thank you all enough. We hit, I think, 11,500 on Clutch Them Pearls, and last night on Justin for All, we hit over 40,000 subscribers. And it's only because of each and every one of you being here, supporting the children, supporting me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Um, so I really appreciate all of you, my mods, members, subscribers, uh, anybody and everybody that's here. Absolutely. Thank you. So it means a lot, truly. Love you too, guys. Thank you. All right. So let's get started with News Nation, the preliminary report, autopsy results. Death was an accident, they're saying. I've got some thoughts on this. Usually I go with the grain pretty much. I try to, go with it. I might buck a little bit on some things, but I'm just glad. I'm so thankful that Riley's parents, and they are wonderful human beings, great people. I am glad that they are getting a second, autopsy. And even if it shows the exact same thing, I think them getting an independent autopsy done will help put out some of the fire if they, come up with the same conclusion. We'll have to see. We still haven't got toxicology back, all of that. So we're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. So yes, thank you. What did that say? Oh, thank you, Melissa. Listen, thank you. If you can't become a member, honey, it's no big deal. The only thing I ask you to do is hit that thumbs up button, and if you can share this on social media, even better. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get started.
I understand that Riley has been returned home. His funeral will be happening on Friday. So we're obviously thinking of you all right now. And I can't imagine how difficult all of this has been. But I want to ask you about this second autopsy and some of the new information you've learned. What's new here?
The family did have a second autopsy, actually in Tennessee, following the Metro Nashville autopsy from a private individual company that does that. the original autopsy come out just like theirs did, with no obvious signs of trauma, as in weapons, guns or knives or etc. But they were able to do a little bit more testing on specific items. One thing that threw the family for a loop was, the coroner going on record with a news person in Nashville stating about the lack of water in his lungs. It raises more questions. I'm not a crime drama person by no means, but usually water in the lungs means that, they were alive when they went into the water. So more questions.
No water in the lungs. No water in the lungs. Now, the coroner, if you've been on the Summer Wells case, we have talked about dry drownings. Now, is dry drownings rare? Yes. They're not extraordinarily rare, but it's a way less more common way to die than it is with a traditional drowning. Water going in your lungs, you aspirate, you can't breathe, you run out of oxygen, and you die. Now, with a dry drowning, your muscles contract, and that is what restricts you from breathing. It tightens up. So that is what keeps you, that is considered a dry drowning. Candy Kisses says, Justin, wouldn't that mean he passed before the water? So if it's a dry drowning, no. It means he could have passed while in the water. But if there is no water in his lungs and they cannot prove that it is a dry drowning, I'm not going to be comfortable with that. I don't know if there's a way that they can prove it's a dry drowning that I am aware of necessarily. So, he wasn't found with his pants on, with his, what was it, his shoes and other things. That's okay, Ann. Thank you for being here. You came in the first 15 minutes, so you're not going to get a late slip. You're okay. You're all right. I'm just kidding. Should have listed undetermined, in my opinion. I think this needs to be. I am, like I said, I'm so glad that they're getting a second autopsy. And that's the best thing right now, in my opinion.
We hope they're going to get some answers with the toxicology. I just hope that this doesn't get swept underneath the rug, because the family deserves more answers than we have.
What about the boots, Chris? Tell us what you've learned in terms of what Riley was wearing and what he wasn't wearing when he was discovered.
Riley, we were told, which blew the family away. It actually went out on social media, and I screenshotted it and sent it to our war room, and was like, who in the world is this? Who is releasing this information? Because at the time, certain family members didn't even know about that.
And that's the thing about media, even here on YouTube, social media. Many times we will find out before even family members will find out, and it's always best to check with the family before that they know something that's significant.
Which really kind of blew us away. Not sure how they got that information. Once again, one more question. But yeah, unfortunately, the only thing that was found with him, as the police stated in the report, was the watch and the shirt. Everything else was not with him when he was found.
And if you can describe the boots that he was wearing, because that could end up being significant.
His mother was pretty sure they were Justin's, and they were a square nose style cowboy boot, kind of a flat color. Once again, the jeans were, I think, buckle is what the jeans were. We already knew about the Michael Kors billfold.
Okay, so the I don't know where the wallet was. I know they found his card at the bottom of the hill between rocks. We're going to talk about that in a moment. He was wearing these square-nosed Justin cowboy boots. It's a brand. And I can see maybe getting those cowboy boots off if you are in the water, kicking really hard. It just depends. I think the boots, he could probably get the boots off. Now the pants, no underwear. The only thing that was found on him was his shirt and his watch. Hopefully that watch was on whenever his last moments were. Hopefully they can extract some data off of him. The current can definitely pull clothes off. Other things can pull clothes off, such as boats and barges and all of that. You go through a lot of different. He was in there for a pretty significant period of time. A boot full of water will becomes heavy and the weight's right. Yes. Yeah. So a lot of people, try to kick their boots off. Now, okay, let's just finish this and then I'll tell you.
There's specific things that we've been out in front of this entire time looking for in case this did come up. So we're hoping now that maybe that they will come up so we can get more answers.
So his cowboy boots were not on when he was found, and his jeans were not on, and his wallet was missing. Do you know, Chris, if he was wearing a belt?
That I do not know, unfortunately. But in one of the pictures we went back and looked at, I'd always preach to the boys about keeping their billfold in their front pocket. Just to being in clubs, it's real easy to get pickpocketed. And the one picture where the boys are all together outside, if you look in the right front pocket, we're pretty sure that's where he had his billfold. So the billfold should have been secured in his pants. Unfortunately, we don't have those answers right now.
Last time we spoke, you mentioned that police had told the family, this was right after his body was discovered, that there were still some people that they wanted to talk to. We know there's a homeless sort of camp in that area. Have they been able to talk to those people? Have you learned any more on that front?
We have not been notified. Actually, one of the people of interest, a little bit after an hour Riley was found, I was back at that scene and just happened to see that person. And so we had a group of volunteers that kind of followed the gentleman. We called the police, let them know that we had found him because we hadn't been notified they had talked to yet, and was told by the police that, that was no longer a person of interest. They had somebody else they were interested in. But we know from the homeless people that lived there, that was the person that was supposedly up on the road when Riley fell into the bushes or whatever happened, and he yelled back down that, this was just somebody that had been drinking. It was okay. So
there we go. So think about this. You guys remember whenever they said that Riley was throwing up, a man at the bottom of the hill said he looked up and he asked if Riley was okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. Just let me know that I'm not crazy. I wonder, what did that say? I wonder if there is someone wearing those pants and boots. Okay, so you remember that. Now, someone was at the bottom of the hill. They yelled up and they was asking if Riley was okay because he was falling into a bush. Yes. Yes, criminal med. Exactly. It sure could have, Nancy Joe. It sure could have. It sure could have. His pants and his boots being off is not the greatest concern for me. What is concerning for me is all of these factors together. That's what's concerning to me. It's usually not just one thing. It's usually, a layer of things that doesn't make sense. So, the guy is at the bottom of the hill. He alleges that someone is with Riley saying he's okay, just drunk. Yes, there you go. He's okay, just drunk. Who was that man? And it sounds like this person was, I don't know if he was caring for Riley, if he was looking after Riley, if he just, was around there and he's like, yeah, he's all right. He's just drunk. But we need to know more about this. He's up at the top with someone else. Has any of his friends talked? Not that I am aware of. I mean, none of his friends were allegedly there during this time. Now we've got that video of Riley. I will show it. It's a video of him talking to a police officer. And in that video, it doesn't seem like he's extraordinarily intoxicated. However, again, the math ain't mathing, right? At other times, he is staggering, holding his head, definitely in a really bad place, especially after he hit his head and he's seen walking down these sidewalks. I want to show y'all some videos here of Riley. Guys, do me a favor. If you have not hit that thumbs up button yet, please hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Probably going to get a commercial here. This is brought to you by News Channel 5.
That's for my health is an accomplishment.
Okay, thank you for that singing. Appreciate it. Some of these commercials are just forever, ever long. It's crazy. All right, almost there. But this shows Riley. Okay.
The 22-year-old visiting Nashville last weekend for a fraternity formal remains missing tonight. Thanks for joining us here at 6, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Hunter Hoagland. His friends last saw him after he was asked to leave Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway. This story has caught the attention of people all across the country, and Rory with a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, so many. We know so many of you care about this, and like us, you're hoping for a positive outcome. News Channel 5's Chris Davis sharing the latest details that we've uncovered.
For 5 days,
Nanya, that's a good question. I don't know if it showed anything related to his head.
they've searched
Check
low
that
along
out.
the riverbank and put his picture high up on billboards. But there's still no sign of college student Riley Strain.
It's
you,
a very
single
sad
mom.
situation. I
Thank you,
wouldn't
my
wish it
love.
upon anybody.
Music City Wine
Really?
and Spirits heard about the missing 22-year-old, but didn't think about their surveillance cameras until a construction worker and then Riley's own mother asked them to check.
We were able to go back on the cameras at that time and look at the picture more clear and see that it was the kid that was missing.
Sure enough, one angle shows Riley stumble and collide with a pole on Church Street, stay on the ground for a moment, then stand back up. Their second angle shows him struggling to continue.
So this is like I said, for me, it is a combination of all of this. We do see him running, and then he hits his head, but to our knowledge, we don't see anyone coming after him. He's going in the opposite direction. There's that. Then, then we see him right here in this footage, as you see here on the screen, and he's really holding his head there. He's really holding his head there. He's in bad, bad shape. Thank you, single mom, for gifting a membership. By the way, if you was gifted that membership, please thank our sweet single mom. Appreciate you. So there's that. And then we've got the guy at I guess he's at the homeless encampment. And he, again, is looking up the hill. Riley almost got in went over the hill at that time. And he's like, he's fine. He's just drunk. And then we have the card and nothing else in that area. Then we have the pants off, the boots off, which may not be that big of a deal. But I mean, I think I just think they need to do a little bit more investigating. And that's why I'm very pleased that his parents is doing the right thing to get a second opinion. And because, I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable without getting a second opinion. I just wouldn't, because there's these details that may or may not be something. And then the major thing, in my opinion, is there's no water in the lungs. Yes, it can be a dry drowning, but it's not that common. Could he have, I need to. I don't know anything about the head. If they said anything to the head in the preliminary report, probably. I don't know if they. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, Bushi. No, not yet.
Down Church Street. Then, where Church turns into Gay Street at the river, a Metro Police camera shows Riley looking around for a moment before continuing towards the river.
Usually someone is with that person to help him.
Sharif says working in the heart of downtown, he's used to seeing people struggling to walk down the street. There's just one key difference.
They usually have someone with them to guide them, call them an Uber, take them to the hotel, not just let them be.
Saturday afternoon, about 16 hours after Riley was last seen, some of his friends came here to the Central Precinct, hoping to report him missing. When they couldn't get into the lobby, that's when they called 911.
Okay. What is his name? His name is Riley Strain. Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing? He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
So what took so long? According to Riley's family, his fraternity...
Guys, they just released a brand new article. We're going to just drop.
Brothers initially thought Riley made it back to their hotel. The next morning, they started searching and stopped by the Davidson County Sheriff's Office first before being redirected to Metro Police.
Oh, my God.
Well, I hope we find them.
Hold on here. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That is so kind and generous of you, my dear. If you was received one of the 5 memberships, please thank our sweet Heather. Okay. Significant new developments. This is from Nick uh, from NC5. Case not closed. Significant new developments in the investigation into the death of Riley Strain. To date, authorities say there appears to be no sign of foul play, but a Strain family friend says the parents ordered a second autopsy, that they have questions about what happened to some of their son's clothing. The case remains open, and now a world renowned expert in body decomposition questions what happened to Riley. My God. Oh God. Hold on, I need to change something. Sorry. This is crazy. Okay. That's okay. Here we go. Riley was fully clothed in the security video the night he disappeared. But when he was pulled from the river 2 weeks later, I learned Riley didn't have pants on or his boots. From the waist down, only his boxers, shorts, and socks remained. Okay, so he had boxers, shorts, and socks. However, police confirmed when his body was found that Riley still had his shirt and an Apple Watch on his wrist. So do articles of clothing typically come off drowning victims. I sought the opinion of my friend Dr. Bill Bass. Quote, it is unusual. Normally, if you fall in the river, it is very difficult to get your pants off, said Dr. Bass, who is the founder of the University of Tennessee famed Body Farm. We all know the Body Farm, and one of the foremost experts in the world on body decomposition. Dr. Bass said it's possible, but unlikely the pants and boots came off in the river current. Quote, no, they would not come off by themselves, end quote. He said debris could have snagged the clothing, or he had another theory. Quote, I would say someone took them off, end quote, Bass said. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. Something is not right. Something is not right here. There's just too many little layers. Too many little layers. And when you have all of these layers, one thing can be, explained away. Yeah, he had square-toed cowboy boots on. So, and he was wearing buckle jeans. Now, buckle jeans, they fit really good on you. If you've ever had buckle jeans or you have buckle jeans, they fit really snug. Why no boxers off? I don't know. I mean, you would think if his pants and his boots came off, his damn sure his boxers would. Something is wrong. Yeah, boots are hard to take off. All right, let's continue. He said, I would say someone took them off, Bass said. Quote, if you do research on this, it would be very difficult because you've got to kill a person to do it, but it is difficult to get your pants off. It's difficult when you are alive to get your pants off, end quote. That's true. That's true. So the question, how did the pants and the boots come off the body? News Channel 5 spoke with Riley's stepdad, Chris Whited, is it? That's how you pronounce it, who says he didn't want to comment now about the second autopsy since the family is focused on Riley's funeral on Friday. I'm going to show you that in a moment as well. But he did say they have, quote, big things to share next week. Wow. Do you think the Apple Watch is was working? I would think. I mean, Apple Watches stay charged, any watch, smartwatch stays charged for at least a couple days. I'm sorry, Southern Crown. I'm sorry. You went through that. Wow. Okay. He did say that they have, quote, big things to share next week. Authorities are still awaiting toxicology test results to complete the final autopsy report. Riley Strain, a student of University of Missouri, came to the Nashville with fraternity brothers and disappeared from a downtown bar more than 2 weeks ago. His body was recovered from the Cumberland River Friday. Clearly, case not closed. What do you think? Um, this is significant. Very significant. I mean, my thing is, how is he walking straight, fine, whenever he talks to the officer? He straightens right up. He asks the officer how he's doing. And then just feet later, he goes over. But the problem is there is a bunch, it's not the problem, but there is a bunch of homeless people there. Did he run into foul play? Something's not right, in my opinion. You're never going to Tennessee. He's very, very tall. And so, which means he wears big pants, right? He's very tall, very skinny. Boots is hard to come off. Not alcohol. It's hard to sober up fast from alcohol. I don't know. I wonder about that man who said he was at the bottom of the hill and this guy talking to him that states he's fine, he's just drunk. Was there a man up there talking or that said that to him? Or was it the man that was saying that he was down there? Was he really down there? Or was he up there with Riley? Or was Riley down there with him? Were those items found at all? Not that I'm aware of. Oh, good, Daisy Joe. Good. Something is not. I don't know. I just don't feel. It just doesn't sit well with my soul, as we say. Yes, the homeless man that talked to the reporter. Does that man know more? Could he be even involved? I'm not saying he is, but a lot of times, you know, homeless people, they won't tell on other people, because they live on the streets, right? They're more vulnerable. So I don't know. And then you've got no water in the lungs. No, I'm just not buying it. Street code, exactly, Shannon. Yes. Yes, I have. Actually. Have you ever that's a great point, Evelyn. Have you ever tried to get wet jeans off? Difficult. Back in the 501 days, in the tub, to shrink them, nightmare to get off. Foul play in her opinion. Yes. It's hard to get any wet clothes off. Any wet clothes, right? I mean, think about, I don't know if you've ever got your pants like soaked or you've been pushed in a pool and you're wearing your normal clothes. It's hard to even get your shirt off. You know what I mean? If it goes over your head, it adds a significant amount of weight, Deb. Yes. I'm sorry your YouTube keeps freezing, Tar. I don't know what's wrong with YouTube lately. Justin, that man said they told him he was just drunk. Could there have been more than one person with Riley? Yes. I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Um, I'm just not buying this right now. All right, let's watch the 911 call of the person that found Riley.
911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm at 1740 61st Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee. I just
61st Avenue North in the nation's office of Centennial?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what happened?
My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
I mean, I think obviously everyone in that area knew Riley was missing. I mean, I don't think anybody in the city or, in the suburbs even didn't know who Riley was. It was all over the news. I mean, even the homeless, people knew, which is, they don't have many times, uh, obviously televisions, phones in a lot of cases, even so, everyone pretty much knew about it. So he pretty much knew he was off the bat.
Okay. And you said you guys found a dead body?
Yes, ma'am, in the river. We don't know barges at this facility,
What does it
and
look
I was
like?
checking around my dock. It's definitely got a person hair, black shirt, kind of like a white, muddy looking on the front. It's face down in the water.
Shirt?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Caucasian.
It looks like a male?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is he right on the what is it called?
Yeah, he's on the front of my work barge. I'm at.
So for those of you that's just joining us, significant turn of events just came out about 30 minutes ago into Riley Strain. Now we do know that the parents are getting a second autopsy, and they did get a second autopsy, and the case is not closed because world-renowned expert in body decomposition from the Body Farm coroner is, well, I don't know if he's a coroner, but yeah, I guess he is. Dr. Bill Bass, he is saying something is sus here. Something is very sus. He said it's very, very unlikely for his pants and boots to come off. He says it's way more likely for someone to just take them off.
River marker 184 on the Cumberland River.
You said river marker 184.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give me 1 second.
My company has requested only police and rescue personnel only on site.
All right, so I already have this call up. I have it at 1740, 61first Avenue North in the Nation's Office Centennial. What is the name of this? Is there a name on the building or?
Yeah, it's there's a sign out front. It's called Holston.
You said Holston, Holston?
HOLCIM.
Okay. Is he completely submerged, or is he right on that, like the bed? Not the bed, but like is he partially in the water, partially out of the water?
No, he's fully submerged besides his back sticking out of the water. I actually had to move a log off of the head to confirm it was a body.
Okay. I have this call up, and I'm gonna get somebody out there. Okay.
No, all right. I'll meet them up top. I'm gonna make my way up from the river here in just a few minutes.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, so
And
someone
as the Covenant School tragedy unfolded,
just sent me something from TikTok. I have not watched this yet. We are watching it together for the first time. So I don't know what this is. I'm going to make it as big as possible. And I want credit to go where credit is due. This is by Kyla Kringen. KILAKRINGEN.
This is the Birchview building footage, and up in the right here you can see somebody running, which I just think is interesting because there's been 2 other videos of Riley running. Now this next video, same building footage. At 9:59, there's 2 people here now. You can see them. One is either wearing a white shirt or no shirt. And the other is kind of more by the bushes, but you can see his phone. I think that could be when Riley and the homeless man are together and Riley's throwing up, and the couple asks if you're okay, and somebody says, he's fine, he's just drunk. This could be Riley right here. And then they keep walking. Now these people come in scooters, and first I thought, okay, we need to find these scooter people because they could potentially be witnesses, which of course they still could be, and I think somebody does need to find them and talk to them and figure out what they know. But what I think is really interesting that I haven't seen before tonight, I just saw this tonight, is this next video. We'll have to wait a second here. Again, this is from the Birch View building, I think is what it is called, after the second bridge. I think it's at like 11:03. You can find this video on YouTube.
Riley's, this is interesting. I just now read it. It said Riley's parents said they've seen footage we haven't seen yet, and they see him make it to the second bridge. So one of these has to be him. You can zoom in your YouTube
Okay, right
video.
here.
I can't zoom it in from
I think this
StreamYard.
is, I don't know, I don't want to say it's the people from the scooters, but it very well could be because it's a group of people again. But to me, it looks like they are carrying something heavy. And I can't tell how many of them there are, but
They
there's
are,
definitely at least 3 people here
oh my God,
carrying something.
they are definitely carrying something heavy. Legit
What do you
carrying.
guys think about this? It
Look
could be
at this. I'm gonna,
something, it could be nothing. Okay, right here. I think this is,
wow.
I don't know, I don't want to say it's the people from the scooters, but it very well could be because it's a group of people again.
Let's
But
see
to
what they were
me, it
dressed,
looks like
the scooters.
they are carrying
We'll go back.
something heavy. And I can't tell how many
So one of them has white pants and a
of them
black
there are, but there's
coat.
definitely at least 3 people here
Let's go back.
carrying something.
Okay, let's go all the way. We're going to go back and we're going to see what those guys
Now
on the
this next
scooters are
video,
wearing.
same building footage. At 9:59, there's 2 people here now.
Oh my God.
You can see them. One is either wearing a white shirt or no shirt. And the other is kind of more by the bushes, but you can see his phone. I think that could be when Riley and the homeless man are together and Riley's throwing up, and the couple asks if you're okay, and somebody says, he's fine, he's just drunk.
That would have been.
This could be Riley right here.
Thank you, Aim
And
for
then they
Truth.
keep walking.
Thank you, my love.
Now these people
Okay,
come
hold on.
in scooters.
Okay, that's them. That is them. Yes, 100%. Look at this.
And scooters.
Look at
And then
this.
they keep
Hold on.
walking.
Look, white pants, black on the top. Yes. All right, now watch. I'm going to make it big again. You can zoom in with your phone. Put it this way, put your phone this way, and then zoom in. Zoom in. All right. This guy on the scooter, he's wearing the same pants, the same top. Watch when they come back, he is carrying something heavy. They need to find these mother truckers. Find these mother truckers. Something is wrong. I don't know, but they're carrying something heavy. I don't know what they're carrying. All right.
Now these people come in scooters, and first I thought, okay, we need to find these scooter people because they could potentially be witnesses, which of course they still could be, and I think somebody does need to find them.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Aim for Truth, thank you again. They have him in the middle walking with his arms around their necks. Hold on. Is any of these guys go to school with? Could they have rented a scooter? You know, because you can rent the pay scooters, right? There you go. Yes, Christina. Yes. If someone will find me Dumpling's video, text it or email it to me. That's what I'm saying. Could they be the frat guys? So what I'm going to do, we're going to finish playing this, and then I'm going to replay it, and I'm going to screen record it so we can make it big and zoom in. All right. We're going to fit. This changed everything. This changed everything.
Them and talk to them and figure out what they know. But what I think is really interesting that I haven't seen before tonight, I just saw this tonight, is this next video. We'll have to wait a second here. Again, this is from the Birchview building, I think is what it is called, after the second bridge. I think it's at like 11:03. You can find this video on YouTube. Okay, right here.
Watch him.
This is,
Watch him.
I don't know, I don't want to say it's the people from the scooters, but it very well could be because it's a group of people again. But to me, it looks like they are carrying something heavy.
Why would
And
the
I can't
frat
tell how
guys
many of them
hurt
there
him
are,
after
but
finding
there's
him?
definitely at least 3 people here carrying something. What do you guys think about this? It could be something, it could be nothing, I don't know. But I'm so invested in this, like we need to figure it out.
Something is really, really, really wrong. All right. So I am going to so I'm going to screen record this so we can. All right. Screen record. All right. Now make sure we.
This is the Birchview building footage, and up in the right
Oh,
here you can see somebody running, which I just think is
there we go.
interesting because there's been 2 other videos of Riley running. Now this
Just give me
next
1
video,
second so we can watch this again.
same building footage.
Damn it.
At 9:59, there's 2 people here now. You can see them. One is either wearing a white shirt or no shirt. And the other is kind of more by the bushes, but you can see his phone. I think that could be when Riley and the homeless man are together and Riley's throwing up. And the couple asks if you're okay. And somebody says, he's fine, he's just drunk. This could be Riley right here. And then they keep walking. Now these people come in scooters. And at first I thought, okay, we need to find these
What, 5
scooter
people?
people because they could potentially be witnesses, which of course they still could be. And I think somebody does need to find them and talk to them and figure out what they know. But what I think is really interesting that I haven't seen before tonight, I just saw this tonight, is this next video. We'll have to wait a second here. Again, this is from the Birch View building, I think is what it is called, after the second bridge. I think it's at like 11:03. You can find this video on YouTube. Okay, right here. I think this is, I don't know, I don't want to say it's the people from the scooters, but it very well could be because it's a group of people again. But to me, it looks like they are carrying something heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell how many of them there are, but there's definitely at least 3 people here carrying
Yeah,
something.
so that's something.
What do you guys think about this? It could be something, it could be nothing, I don't know. But I'm so invested in this, like we need to figure it out.
My camera. Oh, this may be why. Damn it. Can y'all see me? Let's see if anybody can hear me now. Can you hear me? Okay. We got it. YouTube, come on, please. Fix this stuff. All right, so now I'm going to pop this up so we can see it. So we can make it bigger. Maybe. Now you can hear and see me. Oh, I missed something here. Thank you so much. Now, okay, that's not it. Sort. This is so weird. Let me find it here. I'm trying to download it so we can make it bigger and zoom in. Something's really wrong here in this case. Something is very wrong. I'm telling you guys, when there's these little layers of everything, something is wrong in these cases. They need to find I hope 1 second. Try unplugging. I don't know what it is. Guys, I'm going to end this and then I'll be right back because this is not working. I don't know what it is. Something's not working with my computer. I need to restart. It's saying my connection or something. I'll be back in just a few minutes.